everyone, I'm Kaitlin.
And I'm Jillian.
And we are the hosts of the OK Drama Podcast.
We're two friends recap and break down K-dramas one episode at a time.
We're back!
Yay!
I feel like I said okay, like Alexis Rose, because I've been watching so much Schitt's Creek lately.
She's just in your head.
Uh-huh.
I love her.
I love her too. Okay, David.
David?
I was watching the episode where Alexis gives her locket to Twyla.
Oh,
and Ted's like, your face is doing a lot of things right now.
She's very expressive.
Yeah, definitely. But this isn't a Schitt's Creek podcast.
No, that would be fun though.
No,
I bet there's already one.
I'm sure. We should look that up.
Yeah.
It's a K-drama podcast, guys. And we're back full time with another drama.
Yes.
No one and dones. Yeah. So we're going to do the K2.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right. Should we do the Wikipedia?
Sure. Or do you want to do Netflix and then I'll get into like the little...
two wikis?
Yeah. The two wikis.
Netflix says, a fugitive soldier gets swept up in personal and political intrigue when he's hired as a bodyguard for the family of a presidential candidate.
Ooh.
That kind of gives things away.
Yeah, Alex was like...
I did not know that. I did not know that was going to happen. Okay.
Sorry.
Huh.
Because, yeah, spoiler alert, that doesn't happen at all in the first two episodes.
No, it does not. Okay.
Yeah, it was...
Well, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's very intriguing. Wikipedia says, this is my... If you've listened to our movie episodes, this is what I call the plagiarized Wikipedia section. Donate to Wikipedia. Wikipedia says, the K2 in Korean, K2E? Ta-K-E-2. Yeah, I read that. Ta-K-E-2. Okay. It's a 26... Oh, it's right there also in Romanized. Never mind. It's a 2016 South Korean television series starring Ji Chang-wook, my fave, Song Yoona from, and Im Yoona. That's confusing. Okay. It premiered on TVN every Friday and Saturday. I'll leave that out. No one cares when it premiered. Yeah, so 16 episodes. One of the Yoonas, don't know if it's Song or Im, is from Girls' Generation.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, yeah, very confusing. Asian Wiki says Kim Jae-ha, which is Ji Chang-wook, is a former soldier for hire. He's also called K2. Well, shit.
Okay.
He's hired as a bodyguard by Choi Yoo-jin. I feel like spoilerstein. Choi Yoo-jin is the wife of a presidential candidate. So I guess Im Yoona is the Girls' Generation one. And the daughter, Choi Yoo-jin is the wife of a presidential candidate and the daughter from a tribal family. Meanwhile, Ko An-na is the secret daughter of the presidential hopeful. She's also a recluse. I mean...
There's some stuff to unpack there.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I'm going to give my first impressions just right off the bat. I don't know how I feel about this drama yet.
Okay.
How do you feel?
I'm intrigued.
Okay, yeah. I feel, because, I love a kind of heisty, spy, corruption storyline.
Yes.
But I think it's a little dated, like the music's a little dumb.
It's a lot of...
Yeah, or like...
the Tekken music, as I call it.
Yeah. But it has really good reviews, and like I said, it's like... Well, there are other Ji Chang-wook dramas, but this is like one of the very big ones that I haven't seen yet, because I've seen Healer and Suspicious Partner, which are two of my favorite dramas in life. So I have very high hopes for this one, because I really like him. I mean, Melting Me Softly was a stinker again, but that's not his fault. He was great in it. So yeah, I have high hopes, but I was like, it starts off kind of slow.
Yeah. And very confusing, too. There's a lot of, like, whoa.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll kind of get into it, but Alex did not realize that one person was the same as another person. Okay.
From episode 1 to episode 2.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw the flashback and I was like, oh, that's where that person went. He's been here the whole time. Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, you didn't recognize his face? And Alex was like,
Nope.
well, no, it was all beaten up. And I was like, that's fair.
I was just looking at the hair, too.
I am just, like, very tuned
to that face.
To that face. Also, like, yeah, I figured he's the star of the show. Mm-hmm. He's going to be in it. So, anyway, I guess we should just jump right in.
Okay, cool.
You want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. We start with a little girl lying in bed. She hears something, so she gets up. She seems to think it's her dad, so she runs downstairs. She's calling his name, and there's like this creepy, ominous music playing. She opens the door to her parents' room and sees her mom unconscious with a bottle of pills spilled out onto the ground. And then in the background, we see a blurry figure behind her that closes the door, and then we hear a scream.
Yeah, real creepy right off the bat.
And honestly, we'll be real here, I didn't read anything about this series before we started.
Yeah, that's fair.
Didn't see a trailer or anything. So I had no idea what the fuck the K2 was about.
Yeah, I think last time we talked, I was just like, it's about a guy who, like, gets framed for stuff. Yes. Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know. But that's not even, like, really a thing now-ish. I don't know.
Not yet, anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Then we cut to the Spanish countryside, and the little girl gets dropped off at, like, a monastery convent place. And then she looks like she doesn't want to be there, and the lady who's dropping her off is in a suit. She looks really official. She kind of just, like, walks her there, and she's like, okay, bye.
I know, I feel so bad for this little girl, because she looks really scared. Also, she's very pretty. Like, her long hair and her eyes are just, like, very big and, like, almost tear-filled. Like, she's just like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. I feel so bad for her.
Yeah. So we have no idea really what's been happening. Then we flash forward, and, like, there's also no talking in any of these scenes at all.
It's only, like, screams. Yes. And the little girl saying, like, Appa!
Yes,
at the beginning. Yeah.
So we flash forward, and the little girl's grown up, and she's escaping from the convent. She's running barefoot and hitchhikes to the city, and at this point, she's, like, a fucking hot mess. She's running around, her feet are bleeding, she's all dirty, she looks awful. And she keeps looking behind her, like someone's chasing her, but we never see anyone.
Right.
So she kind of just looks crazy at this point.
Yeah.
She bumps into someone and picks up their change that they dropped, and she starts freaking out as everyone starts yelling and honking their horns at her, because it's, like, right on the middle of the road. And she won't fucking get off the road.
Yeah, it looks like she's basically having a panic attack, like, frozen. And I was also thinking, like, if you're worried someone is chasing you, then, like, move your ass. Like, get
what you can.
Get to go.
Be like Sonic, get the quick coins you can, and run.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, when you have a panic attack, like, you can't really do anything about it. So, all of that's happening. Again, very confusing, because there's no context for any of this. We just jump right in. And then we cut to a bloody dude in a hotel room, Ji Chang-wook, with long hair. He's also a hot mess.
Like, are they related? What's going on?
Yeah.
We're both fucked up here.
Exactly. Like, he looks like he's about to die. Like, when we see him, he does this, like, big gasp as if, like, he just regained consciousness. And he's, like, stumbling around his hotel room, and he, like, finally gets up and, like, looks out a window to make sure people aren't following him also, I guess. And he, like, gets his shit and leaves the hotel, and he's, like, wearing a hat and, like, a big jacket, and it's, like, always clocking security cameras just to make sure, I guess, he's not seen. So then, the woman runs into the metro station, and we finally see, like, dudes are actually following her.
She's not crazy.
Yeah. And this, like, bitchy subway lady takes her sweet-ass time. I was so annoyed with this lady upon rewatch. Because, like, I get that, like, the girl, Yuna's character is like, hurry, hurry, hurry. But, which is kind of also rude. But clearly she's in distress.
She's
like,
panicked.
She's panicked.
And she looks like a fucking mess.
Yeah, and I'm like, if, just woman to woman, if a woman was freaking out like that, even if she's crazy, just hurry up and give her the ticket. Like, this
Let
woman,
her go.
This woman is, like, just taking her time.
Yeah.
Doing, like, every little euro or whatever, coin by coin. It's so annoying. So, she gets a ticket, but then we see the creepiest guy with the worst smile.
Oh, God, I forgot about him. Oh.
The worst smile.
No.
In human history, probably. He follows her. Like, yuckiest smirk. Like,
yeah,
so gross.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So, the woman, her name Anna, her character's name is Anna, Yuna from Girls' Generation, runs into Ji Chang-wook's character, which I don't think we've gotten anybody's name yet, but
no.
This is just...
Still no talking.
Yeah. So she runs into Ji Chang-wook's character. They both kind of, like, fall down, and they start talking because they both realize, like, they're Korean, and she begs him for help. She was like, oh my gosh, someone who could maybe help me. Mm-hmm. And he shakes her off because he's like, I got my own shit to worry about. And ultimately, he comes to her aid when the creep finds her on the subway platform, because I think he sees, like, the creeps coming for her. Mm-hmm. So he feels bad.
He saw that smile.
Yeah, he's like, ugh, no. It's like your human duty to, like, save someone from a creepy smile like that.
He kind of reminded me of, what is that actor's name?
The Creep?
Yeah. He's on There's Something About Mary, if you remember that movie.
I don't remember the cast.
God, I can't think of that fucking guy's name. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
He, like, doesn't really look like him, but, like, the creepiness of his smile. Uh-huh. And features, like, very angular kind of features.
He looks like someone, but I don't know who. But maybe I'm thinking of who you're talking.
He looks like a Matt Dillon. A young Matt Dillon. Like, not in this photo, because he's
no.
But, like, in There's Something About Mary when he's, like, real angular and creepy looking, and I don't know, I hate his character in that movie. So gross.
I haven't seen that movie in ages.
It's so funny. I haven't watched it in a long time either, but I used to watch it fucking
I think the last time I saw that movie, I was in, like, middle school or something at a sleepover.
I watched it maybe a couple years ago with Andrew. I was like, we need to watch this movie. It's so funny.
When did that movie come out?
Since I have it up here, let me see. 1998.
Wow.
And it's got Roland Shit from Schitt's Creek as Woogie, Dom Wagowski.
Oh my god! I did not.
He's so gross in that movie too. He gets his love rash from Mary, where his skin gets all fucking nasty. He's so gross. He's typecast as a gross character.
Yeah, I mean, he's fulfilling his role.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, this is another Something About Mary podcast.
Where are we?
Subway platform. He helps her.
Okie doke. So then there's a fight scene between the creep and Ji Chang-wook.
Cue the Tekken music.
Yeah, cue the Tekken music. There's slow-mo, blah, blah, blah. It's a fight scene. And eventually Ji Chang-wook, like, chokes the dude out. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, did he die, though?
Yeah, I know. That's always the question.
So he's like, okay, well, who the fuck did I just beat up? He looks through the guy's wallet. We see he's a cop.
Uh-oh.
And he's like, ugh.
As if he's not in like, trouble enough.
Exactly.
This woman finds him again, and she's begging him again to take her to Madrid, and she says her dad is powerful and will pay him a lot of money. And he says, I have a lot on my plate right now.
That's what the subtitles say. And I just love, like, I don't know. I don't know what he says, obviously, like, literally, but I just like the phrase, I have a lot on my plate right now.
I can't. I can't.
That sounds like something you would say to, like, your coworker.
Yeah, when they try to give you another task.
Yeah, like, I have a lot on my plate right now. Not, like, this woman who's, like, fucking bloody and a mess, who, like, clearly people are chasing her.
Mm-hmm. And you just killed, or maybe not killed, a cop.
Yeah. I have a lot on my plate right now.
Funny. Mm-hmm. She keeps begging him, and he ultimately tells her he's a bad guy, and she runs away. He beats up some more cops because they're looking for him now, and then sees her again, but this time she's in the back of a car, and she sees him, and she starts banging on the window, and she's begging him for help, and he stops, and he looks concerned, and there's this moment of, like, will he save her again?
Yeah, because he looks, like, very conflicted.
Yeah.
He feels bad.
And it's obvious that she's not just crazy and she's not overreacting. Like, these people are fucking bad news. Whatever the fuck they want from her. Like, they're basically kidnapping her.
Exactly. But he does have a lot on his plate right now.
He's got a lot on his plate. So he looks concerned, but also fucked up. And then the police send him on his way. And he goes ahead and gets in a cab. And they basically say, like, she's like a criminal or something. Like, they're basically saying, like, we picked her up. because of whatever, like, move along.
Exactly.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
And he just kind of ignores it. And then we cut to Seoul 6 months later, and Ji Chang-wook's character, Jiha?
I think Jaeha.
Jaeha, okay. Jaeha, he's chilling at a banner warehouse, and there's a really cute, adorable moment where he's just, like, kind of hanging out, eating, snacking, whatever the fuck, and this itty-bitty little tiny kitten
so cute.
Comes up to him, and it's just like, meep, meep, meep. Cute little kitten noises. And it's so tiny. You see its little ribs. It's so skinny. And he feeds it some dried squid, and the kitten's so happy. It's so cute.
And then he smiles, and you're like, are you guys going to become friends? Like,
is this Keanu? Was Keanu based off of this show?
Exactly. Like, I love an action character with a cat.
Please. Yes, please. I don't know if it's coming to that, though. We have not seen this cat since.
Probably not. But I think we're just supposed to glean, like, he's a good guy
he's
who,
a good dude.
Like, appreciates, or, you know, who, like, looks after beings who need help.
Yes, totally.
Yeah. And then he, like, just takes a rowdy-ass nap.
And the kitten's like, I'll eat some more squid, I guess.
Yeah. That looked, like, so comfortable.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And the kitten looked so cute.
Oh. Also, he has his haircut now, which is why Jill and Alex and maybe Andrew.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't asked Andrew.
Did not recognize him
yeah.
as being the same person.
He's cleaned up. He's not all messed up. And he cut his hair.
Yeah.
And he's not, like, covering his face with a hoodie and stuff.
Exactly. So, later on, he wakes up and he gets a call from his boss at the banner company saying he needs to fix a poster that is hanging on the side of a building. Part of it has come loose due to the strong wind. The poster is of the presidential candidate, Assemblyman Chang Se-jun. When Jaeha gets to the office, the security guys don't want to let him in, but an old cleaning lady vouches for him. Because it's like top security
it's
shit going on.
Too.
Yeah. So, he gets to the roof and then rappels down the building. Again, some like very cheesy action music happens when he rappels down. But
just
he looks
to show how cool he is.
Yeah, I mean, he does look cool. So he goes down and he secures the poster, but he ends up being like right in front of the window where he can see the assemblyman getting freaky with like a younger woman.
Obviously not his wife.
Yeah, like in some skimpy lingerie. And right before that, it looks like she maybe like poisoned his drink.
Put something in it.
Yeah, because she's like, ugh. Like she was not smooth at all when he walks through the door. So meanwhile, the assemblyman's wife, Choi Yoo-jin, which is Song Yuna, is being interviewed on TV. And masked men charge into the building with the assemblyman.
So there's a lot happening at this point.
Yeah, it's a lot to...
You have banner guy fixing a banner. You have the assembly dude getting freaky. You have the wife on TV doing an interview to try to help him. You have these fucking masked men that look like they're wearing sheet masks.
Yes, they do.
Coming into this building. It's like, who are they? What do they want? What's happening?
They totally do, because, like, they're wearing, like, the masks to try to, like, obviously conceal their identities. But
Were they gold masks?
They're purple.
Okay, purple masks.
Yeah, but they're, like, reflective.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if it's because, like, if someone, like, tries to video them or something, like, maybe it, like, throws stuff off. Like, you know how, like, reflective shit goes weird sometimes? That's, like, the only thing I could think of. Like, why are they wearing these, like, purple reflective...
Fashion.
Yeah, just for fashion. I mean, I don't know.
They have to be all black anyways, like, pop of color.
Yeah, totally. A little royal pop of color.
Sejun, who's the assemblyman, sees Jaehan, and he tries to close the curtains, but then the drugged wine hits him, and Jiha moves to the other side of the banner and sees the masked men beating everyone up in the office. So he sees the guy kind of stumbling back. The girl closes the curtain. He doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't seem to care.
Yeah,
it's like, this is just people that are fucking. I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
You know? Like, he just seems like an ordinary dude just trying to live life.
Exactly.
Basically. But then he goes to the other side and he sees these... He first sees the old woman, the cleaning lady, and he, like, waves at her, and there's this nice moment. And then behind her, he sees the masked men beating up dudes and fighting happening, and he's just like, what the fuck is happening? And he's trying to warn the old lady, and then some fucking masked dude comes up behind her and, like, hits her over the head.
So unnecessary.
Yeah. She hits the floor hard, and then you see like a big pool of blood, and you're like, fuck, she's dead.
Yeah.
I don't know if the guy he choked out earlier is dead, but she's like definitely fucking dead.
Do you think she died? Because we see her later being pulled out on a
I don't know.
It
was a lot of blood.
I know, but usually they cover someone's face when they die.
That's true.
So let's hope she didn't die.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if we're going to see her again, but just for my heart, I just assumed she had some
maybe
brain damage.
Oh, God. She's so old, though. Like,
I know.
What if, like, she died later from injuries?
Complications.
Yeah.
Awful.
Shitty. Really shitty.
Like,
unnecessary. Like, fucking throw her in a room and lock the door.
Exactly.
What the fuck is she gonna do?
She don't care.
No, she's just trying to fucking live her life, make fucking pennies being a goddamn cleaning lady.
Exactly. And, like, here's the thing. Most worker bees don't give a shit about their boss.
No. They do their job, they get paid, they go home.
Exactly. And, like, I think they know that they'd get in more trouble, like, trying to sell their boss out than it's worth. So, yeah, I'm sure she would just be like, like, just send me home. It's fine.
Yeah. Fucked up.
Awful.
So one of the security guards sounds the alarm, finally. So the building goes on lockdown, and then the woman who was with the assemblyman is locked in there with him.
And she's like, ooh.
Yeah, and she's trying to get out. Jiha?
I think it's Jay.
Jiha, okay, I keep saying it wrong. Jiha kicks his way into the building, like, it's a really intense moment of him, like, swinging really far back from this building.
Yeah.
And hitting it, like, multiple times. He uses a screwdriver sort of tool to break the glass. He starts beating everyone up. JSS agents show up, and the masked guys flee while Jiha tends to the cleaning lady. And that girl was just, like, locked in the room. I don't remember if they were able to get her out. Do you remember?
I don't think they were. Because later on,
Yes. Yeah. We'll get to that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So back at the TV studio, the interview takes an awkward turn, and we learn that Eugene is the daughter of the owner of the JV Group, which is the largest conglomerate in Korea. I guess, like, think of it as, like, she's the daughter of the owner of Samsung or something. Like, it's a big deal. And obviously, like, when money comes into politics, it's, like, a whole thing, and it's just, like, awkward. Because clearly she doesn't want to be answering these questions about her family life.
She just wanted to talk about her husband.
Yeah. So back at the building, Chief Ju of JSS investigates the scene and wonders how Jae-ha could have broken through the glass. Because there's, like, it's tempered glass. It's really fucking thick.
Yeah.
So then we cut back to the interview. Again, there's a lot of moving parts here.
A lot of back and forth.
So we cut back to the interview, and it gets more awkward as the interview keeps pressing about her finances and shares in the JB group, and it's just, like, again, typical shady political money shit. And Eugene's assistant signals to the producers to cut it, and so they, like, go to commercial break, and they turn off the mics, and Eugene, like, lightly threatens the interviewer, saying, quote, "Everyone has a weakness. It could be the matter with your son in your case."
Yep.
Like, and the interviewer's like, "Oh, yeah, you're right. I did take it too far. I'm sorry."
And her eyes, like, kind of got watery.
Yeah.
Like, she got scared really fucking quick.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's happening with her son?
Yeah, and it's like, if you know that this woman is, like, intense and crazy, why would you even begin asking her these questions?
I guess, like, journalistic integrity.
I guess.
But that's why I am a journalist,
y'all.
y'all.
After the interview, Eugene gives the makeup artist at the studio some homemade baked goods. The girl gets really excited. And then she learns from her assistant about her husband's incident. Basically that they got, like, swarmed with masked dudes. And, oh yeah, there was a girl in there with him.
And she's like, okay. Like, she's not shocked.
Yeah, it happens.
But, yeah.
She outlines a plan to clean up the mess and says to let the girl be for now, but they'll definitely have a use for her later. And then she also made a comment, like, how old was she? And then she made a comment how, like, her face has, like, so many wrinkles now compared to these young women. And when I saw that, I was like, what wrinkles?
She looks great.
She looks absolutely flawless. Like, her saying that, I was like, what kind of dysmorphia do you have that you, like, see yourself as being old and wrinkly? Because holy fucking shit.
Yeah, like, no shade. The cleaning lady looked old.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the cleaning lady was older than this
absolutely.
woman, but, like, no, she looks great.
She looks really, really good.
I mean, I think if I saw her, I would think she was in, like, her mid-30s.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's supposed to, like, her character is supposed to be, like, at least in her 40s.
Yeah. I would imagine.
Yeah, or maybe
the
50s.
husband looks older.
Yeah.
Not, like, terribly old, but, like, he definitely has wrinkles.
Yeah, he has wrinkles. And also, I liked her comment, at least she wasn't a minor.
Yep.
That made me think of, oh god, The Birdcage, when, at the very beginning, like, that one politician, like, gets, like, the reason that they have to, like, go to South Beach or whatever is because that one politician died while having sex with, like, an underage prostitute.
What is The Birdcage?
The Birdcage with Robin Williams.
I think I've seen that.
You haven't seen that?
I don't think
Okay.
It does not sound familiar to me at all.
It's where...
But I love Robin Williams.
Robin Williams and Nathan Lane is a drag queen. And Robin Williams owns the club The Birdcage, I think.
No, I have not seen that.
Oh my god, we have to watch
it. I have not
It is
seen that.
literally one of my favorite movies.
Cool.
So yeah, so basically they're gay
and
they have a son, and their son gets engaged to the daughter of this like very conservative family.
Okay.
And like they're one of those like super far right, like crazy conservative, like hate gay people types. And so his like business partner / I think he's like a congressman or something, gets caught, or he dies while having sex with like an underage prostitute.
Oy.
Yeah. But it's like kind of like played for laughs because I guess it's like the 90s.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And so, and there's like a meme where they're like, and she was black? Like, it's like a whole thing. But yeah, so that made me think of that because it's like
interesting
in politics, but it's such a good movie because
I definitely want to watch that.
Yeah, I won't give any more away because we're definitely going to watch it at some point.
Right,
but
yes, I'm down.
It's so good because you get to see like Nathan Lane just basically being like a drag queen.
Wonderful.
The whole thing. And like
all about it.
And then Hank Azaria is like their like cleaning guy.
Okay.
It's so good. Okay.
Cool. Okay, I'm down. Absolutely.
I can't believe it only has a 7.1 on IMDb. I love it. I love this movie, guys. Watch The Birdcage if you haven't. It has a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know if that's good or not, but...
I don't know either. I never know.
Whatever, I like it. Anyway. So. Blah, blah, blah. They have a use for her later.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they were talking about, like, how shitty her husband is.
Yes.
And how old she is, but she doesn't look old.
Nope.
So, Sejun calls Eugene, so the assemblyman, the shitty husband, calls Eugene to check in and tell her about the banner guy who saw his face, because he's like, guess you heard about all the shit that went down. Also, here's another, like, wrench in the whatever plan. So she ends up calling the head of JSS and chews him out in one of those, like, very scary, sweet voices. And she's like, hey, so guess you can't do your job right because you let a banner guy get away, you dummies. And then we cut to Jaeha getting home, and he clearly knows, like, some shit is up.
Yeah.
And I think he, like, maybe recognized somebody because, like, during the fight scene, he, like, pulled up somebody's wrist or, like, sleeve.
Someone that was, like, knocked out or something.
Yeah, and he sees a burn mark or something like that, like, some sort of scar. And so I think maybe he knows, like, some shit is about to go down. So he starts packing, but then here's the agents arrive at his place. Meanwhile, Chief Ju of the JSS group or whatever recognizes Jaeha in the security footage and tries to call the agents back. He discloses that he trained Jaeha while they were in the special forces together, and he knows he could kill all of the agents if he wanted to. That's scary.
Yeah.
He's like, some people are about to die. Like, he's freaked out.
Okay. The JSS agents start to make it to the warehouse, but Jaeha has rigged it, Home Alone style. And he starts beating everyone up. After beating everyone up, he leaves the scene and tosses his phone away. Chief Ju gets to the warehouse and is happy everyone is still alive. Sejun gets home and sees Yujin. Okay, I'm getting used to these names.
Yeah.
I always have to relearn names every new series.
Yeah.
Yujin waiting in the living room. He asks if anyone is causing trouble, and she replies, "Your daughter." He asks about her, the woman from before, who is Anna.
Anna.
And she tells him that she ran away again. She gets after him, and he gets pissed and tells her that if anything happens to her, their contract will end.
And we're like, what contract?
Yeah, it's really intense.
Yeah.
Then we cut back to Anna in Spain, and she's running through the streets again. She runs into the street, and she almost gets hit by a car again. And this time, there's a designer who's partying in the back seat with some models, and he sees her. And when we saw this clip, I was like, oh, she's a star. And you were like Josie and the Pussycat. It's that exact fucking same scene. But yeah, so she starts panicking because she's seeing these lights hitting her, and it's flashing back to when she was younger. And we see her younger self giving her mom sleeping pills, and then she starts repeating, "I did not kill her." And then it's the end. And we're like, wow.
Yeah, intense ending.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm like very intrigued about the relationship between, what are their names? Eugene and Sejun, the assemblyman and his wife, because they talk about a contract, and clearly they don't love each other.
It seems similar to Search WWW, except a lot more fucked up.
Exactly. Like, I'm wondering, like, clearly these people have dirt on each other or something, and, like, it almost seems like he doesn't even want to be in politics.
Yeah.
Like, it almost...
He doesn't really care.
Yeah, it almost seems like his wife is the more driven one. Because I think in the next episode she makes a comment about, like, how she's not going to throw away her dreams for something. It's, like, very intense.
Yeah, I left this episode very intrigued of what the fuck is happening. And what's the deal with every single person here. Because right now, like, we only got, like, the smallest little snippet of each person. And we have no idea what the actual story is.
Yeah. I mean, it was slow but fast at the same time.
Yes, like, a lot was happening, but no answers.
No information, really.
Yeah.
Just, more questions being raised. But, yeah, it's very exciting. So, on to episode 2.
Yes, go for it.
It starts, and we're back with Anna. She's paralyzed in fear/panic attack mode as she remembers what happened to her shortly after her mother's death. We see her being brought into the police station, and I think, like, the flashing headlights on the cars are, like, triggering her, because when she walked into the police station, there were a bunch of cameras flashing. So this kind of, like, leads us to believe that maybe her mom was, like, somewhat of a prominent figure or something, or at least, like, her dad was back then also.
Because at some point somebody yells, like, "Is that so-and-so's daughter?" It's like, she must have been fucking important enough for
and they had, like,
photographers to be there.
A nice-ass house also, so... Again, more questions.
Yeah.
So, she's remembering what happened to her shortly after her mother's death. We see her questioned by the police and a doctor, and we see young Anna remembering herself giving her mom the pills at her mother's insistence, and, like, her as a little girl being interrogated, breaks down and says, "I killed my mom." And then she, like, pees herself, which I thought that was, like, a little too far, but I guess you just really see, like,
how terrified she is. And traumatized.
Yeah, awful. So we, like, flash back to present day, and the designer sees Anna and says that she's his new muse and takes pictures of her on his phone. And, like, the models that are with him are like, "You already have a muse."
They're real bitchy. But the most amazing part is he takes these photos, gets back in his car, and leaves. And I was like, that's all? You're not going to ask her if she's okay?
Right?
She's your muse and you're just fucking taking a photo without her permission, you're going to leave?
Or, like...
You fucking asshole.
Or even if, like, he didn't care about her as a human... If she's your new muse, why wouldn't you want to, like, lock her up?
Yeah, take her with you if she's going to be your new inspiration.
Tell her to get in the front seat.
But
Crazy.
Instead, like, he just gets a photo, leaves, and he's admiring her on his phone.
He's like, "Look at this."
And the women are just like, "Fuck this."
Yeah. Seriously. So, the fashion designer, blah, 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 new muse. So an older woman sees her and, like, she's nice and does what, like, the fucking subway lady should have done. And it's like, are you okay? Like, you look like shit. Like, let me help you.
You look fucked up.
And, but Anna's like, I didn't kill her. And then the oldest lady's like, the fuck? And pieces out.
Yeah, she slowly starts, like, crab walking away. And I was watching with Andrew, and I was like, this old lady's like, ugh, not my problem. Walked away. I'm not fucking with her.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame her.
Yeah, no, I would have been, like, terrified, too.
I'm like, do we need to take you to the police station?
God.
Yeah. Oh, so crazy.
We cut back to Jae-ha. He is arriving at a bus station, and he's always aware of surveillance and police, so he's constantly looking around. He steals a dude's army uniform from the bathroom to blend in and leave without being confronted by cops. Then we cut to Yoojin, who gets after the heads of JSS for letting Jae-ha, the banner guy, get away again. She only knows him as the banner guy. Chief Ju explains Jae-ha's past, saying that he once belonged to a private military company called Blackstone and fought in Iraq as a mercenary, but was kicked out and on the run. And then there was a rumor he joined ISIS.
I thought that was a weird little nugget.
They want to tie it into real life, that's all.
I guess. So, like, they say he maybe even joined ISIS. And I'm like, okay. Weird.
Yoojin talks to her Secretary Kim. Is that from Secretary Kim? Is that her name?
No, her name, well, I was reading, like, another synopsis. Shout out Drama Beans. I like to kind of compare notes.
Gotcha.
And they call her Secretary Kim. But everybody in fucking K-dramas, their secretaries are called Secretary Kim.
Isn't the other drama you watched What's the Matter with Secretary Kim?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought you were referencing. Like, she was in that. Okay.
No, her name is just called her name is Secretary
Every
Kim.
secretary is Kim.
Well, I think
it's one of the qualifications when you apply. Well, must be named Kim.
Well, I think it's because, like, whatever, like, fucking 60% of all Koreans have the last name Kim. So it's like, if you were just, like, in frickin' San Antonio, Secretary Gonzalez or something, like, that's whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, Yoojin talks to Secretary Kim about her shitty husband, and Secretary Kim tells her about Anna, and apparently she was caught again, but her photo was posted by the designer, and it has now gone viral. And Yoojin freaks out and says she's hearing voices again.
The fuck?
Secretary Kim tries to suggest they get rid of her, but Yoojin yells and explains that Anna is the only way she can control her husband.
I know.
She tells Secretary Kim to bring Anna back to Korea so she can keep an eye on her. Then she looks at the photo again and says they look alike.
Who?
Yeah.
I'm guessing her mom.
Mm-hmm.
But how does she know her mom?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Interesting.
I know. I like how Secretary Kim was like, we could use an accident as an excuse. And she's like, what are you talking about? That's stupid. And I'm also like, Secretary Kim, are you going to kill this woman? Like,
she don't give a fuck, apparently.
I guess not. So Sejun makes his men pull over so he can talk to Chief Ju. Again, Sejun is the assemblyman. About Anna. He makes Chief Ju promise to watch over Anna, and he'll make sure to appoint him head of security when he becomes president. And I'm like, you're making a lot of promises, guy. But clearly...
And he probably can't keep it.
Right. But clearly, like, it seems like the only thing he actually cares about is his daughter.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting, because I'm like...
She's been locked up forever.
Exactly. So why haven't you... we need to know more information. Like, why wasn't he able to, like, get her out?
What happened to her fucking mom?
Exactly. So many questions. So then we cut back to Jae-ha, who... is like hitchhiking and ends up fixing an older couple's broken down truck. And
this old man keeps yelling at him too.
I know.
It's like, why he's so angry. We'll find out later why, but it's just like, Jesus.
Yeah, he's not in a good mood. But he just takes it. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, he's real quiet.
So they end up giving him a ride and they let him stay at their place. He offers to help work on their farm, but the grumpy old man yells at him and says he can only stay for a night. One night only. Then we see the head of JSS bribing the head of police. I hate the head of the JSS.
Yeah.
He's like just classic fucking like you know, maybe slightly above normal intelligence, but thinks he's, like, the smartest guy on the fucking planet.
Absolutely.
And, like, just is like, ha ha ha, I'm, like, an old, probably somewhat wealthy guy. Like, I hate those types.
He makes a lot of bribes and a lot of deals.
Yeah, but he's, like, I don't know, he's just kind of, like, smarmy, but also is like, I'm a good guy, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so he's bribing the head of police to help him find the banner guy. And he gives the police chief some intel and says that the assemblyman will be switching parties soon, which means he will likely win the election. Because I think in Korea, they don't have just, like, 2 political parties. So in order to, like, win elections, like, the multiple parties have to, like, come together so they can get, like, more of a majority and stuff. I think that's how it goes, but yeah.
I feel like more parties is probably a better idea.
Yeah. I think we're, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not, like, a political scientist, but yeah, I feel like more countries have more than just 2.
Yeah, a 2-party system seems really fucking shitty.
They talk about that in Hamilton. How George Washington didn't want a 2-party system.
No one listened.
Nope.
No one fucking listened. No one ever listens.
Nope. And then shit just keeps happening. I scrolled up. So do you want to take it? Okay.
Anna is on a first-class flight. Looks fucking nice. Back to Korea. She's been drugged. And they put, like, an eye mask over her. So no one sees, a sleep mask.
And the lady's like, she just drank too much.
Okay. She looks fucking dead. We see another flashback of Anna as a young girl. A woman brings her to the airport, promising her she can see her dad. But then Anna calls the woman out for being a liar. Then we see the woman as Secretary Kim. She's been there all along.
She also looks great.
Yeah.
By the way,
for being there since she was a little girl, like, damn.
I mean, I know that's, like, the same actress, so it's...
Yeah, you didn't age her.
But, I mean, character-wise, she looks great.
So, it makes me wonder, like, if she's working for the wife, if she's the wife's secretary, really, has the wife been there all along somewhere? Like, was the new wife behind the scenes? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or, like... I wonder if maybe his old wife was somehow, like, related to the new wife. Like, maybe not blood, but maybe, like, part of, like, the JB group kind of thing. Or, yeah, I don't know. Or maybe, like, a family friend.
It just seems like Secretary Kim is very close to the wife in, like, protecting her and watching her and taking care of shit.
Definitely.
So it seems like their past goes back together.
Yeah.
Which puts the wife there, too. I don't know.
Definitely.
Back at the farmhouse with Jae-ha, the grumpy man apologizes for yelling earlier as his wife cries from another room. And Jae-ha dreams of his past as a mercenary and being shot. He panics, but eventually wakes up. He hears the woman crying and sees the man drinking. And the old man explains that their son died recently. And they were actually on their way back from the temple when they ran into him. So that explains the crying.
Yeah, and the crying. Yeah, so really
sad. Jae-ha promises the old man he'll help him clear the fields that their son had taken care of. Just like these really pretty orchard trees. It's just like lines, rows of them. The next day, the old man wakes up and he sees Jae-ha is instead trimming the bush and taking care of the fields instead of cutting everything down. The old man starts to cry and joins him, and then the old lady starts to cry again as she walks out and sees them working together. Then they sit down for lunch and tell Jae-ha he can stay as long as he wants, and they give him some clothes that belong to his son, and they're just really sweet.
It seems like a nice little... It all worked out for them. It's so sweet, and I feel so bad for them, like... I don't know, obviously, like, it's traumatic losing a child or whatever, and, like, Jay has, like, not in a great position, so it just seems like, oh, it's fine. And then, like, the older lady, like, does the thing where she puts the, like, kimchi or whatever on his rice. Like, it's such a sweet little gesture that they do in
without even, like, saying anything. Really.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the JSS agents have been working hard and have finally found Jae-ha. Jae-ha takes the couple's truck to go buy a part as they're, like, whatever, weed whacking the orchard, and passes by a JSS guy. So, like, as Jae-ha's leaving, the JSS guy, like, comes to the farm. He sees the car on his way back and becomes suspicious. We see the JSS dude has tied up the old couple, the fuck, and is interrogating them. He then pours what I'm assuming is gasoline everywhere and is about to set the place on fire when Jae-ha comes in and starts beating the guy up. I'm like, I feel so bad for the couple during this scene.
Yeah.
Because, like, he throws gasoline on them also. Yeah. Like, so unnecessary.
And they're tied up. They can't do anything.
And they're old. Over. Yeah, like, so awful. Jae-ha ends up winning, of course, and he ties the JSS guy up. The JSS guy tells Jae-ha that he'll be killed soon. And Jae-ha responds that it's fine, that he tried to kill him. I'm using a lot of, like, pronouns. But he shouldn't have hurt the old people. So saying the JSS guy, like, shouldn't have messed with the old people because they didn't do anything. The guy replies that he was just following orders. But at that point, I'm like, use some, like, whatever. Use your brain. Like, when people do that, I'm like, you just must love, like, torturing people.
Yeah.
Like, you're a crazy person. So Jae-ha forces the guy to tell him who sent him. And at this point, I think it's crazy that the guy gave up so quickly.
For being, like, this badass fighting security dude, whatever the fuck.
So basically, Jae-ha, like, is like, it's fine if you're gonna kill me, but I hate it when people make a loud noise or whatever. And then he, like, gags the guy. And he gets, like, a little hammer and is, like, clearly about to, like, crush the dude's hand.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, wait. And I was like, okay.
My hands.
Okay, I would get it if maybe, like, he was gonna, like, cut off his fingers or something.
Yeah.
Because you see that in movies, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm like, he was just gonna get a hammer. Like, again, I was like,
break some bones.
I was like, that would hurt a lot. And I was like, oh, I don't doubt it. I wouldn't want someone to hurt my fingers. But I am not, like, a hired special police person.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
For someone who said, like, I won't tell you anything. Like, you're gonna have to kill me.
Yeah.
I can't. If I tell you, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have just been like, here you go, just kill me.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, it's so dumb.
Later that evening, Jae-ha arrives at Yoojin and Sejun's house, pretending to be a delivery driver. He makes his way inside. He's kicking ass all the way up there. Anna also arrives and wakes up from the sedative. She's fucking raging. She's, like, in a wheelchair. She sees Yoojin and calls her a devil. And they vaguely recount the past with Yoojin, saying she did everything for Anna and her father. Anna tells her she remembers everything now and how her mother didn't kill herself. Yoojin tells her she should have become a nun. What does that mean? A vow of silence? What?
Oh, yeah, like... Chihuahuas.
Pretty crazy.
I know. I'm very excited to watch the next episode.
Yes, same.
The more we talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, no, we do need some answers.
Yeah, absolutely. I want answers. Yoojin sends Anna upstairs and drops her glass of wine when Jae-ha sneaks up on her. She starts acting really casual with him and tells him he's handsome. Okay.
She's not wrong.
I mean, if her husband can do whatever the fuck he wants, whatever.
Right. Oh, like, also, I kind of forgot to put in the notes, but, like, Yoojin seems upset. Like, it almost looks like she's about to cry when she sends up what's-her-face, Anna. Like,
yeah, the conversation was not good.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some shit there.
Like, she didn't look like she was enjoying being a bitch.
Yeah. He tells her to leave him and the people around him alone. They start threatening each other, but then all of the people run out with guns pointing at them, and Secretary Kim is there too. She called them. She set a trap, and they talk more about why he came, and he says that he can't let innocent people die because of him, and he tells her not to hurt those people since they don't know anything. She tells him that she still can't let those people live. He threatens her again, and her guards gag him and throw him in the back of the van. And it's, like, really fucked up. Like, it's the idea of, like, they didn't do anything. Don't hurt them. It's me you want.
Yeah.
And she's just a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
She's a complete asshole.
Yeah, this is the part where she's like, I'm not gonna let... I forget the exact wording, but basically she's like, I'm not gonna let your, like, blind faith in those people, like, ruin my chances at, like, achieving what I want.
Yeah, because he says that he didn't tell them anything and they didn't know anything. And she says something like, for some reason, I trust your word. But, whatever, I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Also, I think, like, he mentions, like, you're doing all of this just because of, like, your cheater husband. And she's like, like, I like your naivete to think that, like, you actually think we love each other or something like that. And it's like, dang.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, yeah. So then the police stop by. They're looking for the motorcycle that Jaeha stole. And I was talking...
Such great timing.
I know. I was talking to Alex and I was like, do you think he did that on purpose? Like, he stole one, like, kind of...
where people would see.
Yeah.
Drove it in a way that people would see him.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, like, that would be smart so he knows that people couldn't fuck with him. But also he's on the run from the police. So
it's risky.
But then I was also thinking, but if he... I'm sure he's trained enough so that he could probably steal something without being caught.
And it's probably easier for him to fight off these, like, townie cops than these fucking guys with guns and, like,
exactly.
security.
Like, I'm sure he would get away if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking he did that on purpose.
Yeah,
so.
I had a feeling of that as well.
Okay, cool. So Jaeha ends up getting out of the handcuffs and out of the back of the van, which was kind of gnarly.
Yeah.
Because he's all bloody and shit.
And throwing, like, motor oil.
Ugh. And I'm like, that just screams infection.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he makes it back inside the house, and this time Eugene...
love this scene.
I know, me too. Eugene actually looks, like, scared because she's like, uh-oh. Because she was prepared the first time. She had set the trap. She knew that people with guns were, like, all around her. Yeah.
Not there anymore.
No, because he fucking beat all of them up.
I was honestly expecting that he was just going to fucking shoot Secretary Kim. Oh, because he sees her first, right? I think when he first walks in, it's her.
And she, like, is like, bleh.
Yeah, and then I don't know what he does to her because she's not there later on. Maybe she's just, like, terrified and is stuck in a corner or something. But then he sees her. Yeah,
so he, like, walks up to her. She looks scared. And he holds a gun to her head and tells her, this is the second encounter I warned you about. Because earlier he says, like, I'm asking you nicely this time.
This
like,
is your warning.
This is your warning. Our second encounter, like, you won't be alive or something like that. And she's like, oh, it's funny that you think we're going to meet again. And that's when, like, everybody comes out. It's, like, a cool moment. But this is an even better, like, ooh,
yeah,
he got you. But then Anna comes out from her room and she's like, shoot her. And then he turns around and recognizes her from a few months prior.
And this is when I'm like, what? That's it?
It's all coming together.
I was wondering where that guy with the long hair has been all these months. Whoops.
Just feeding kittens and stuff.
Yeah. God.
So she's like, shoot her. Just shoot her. And then he's like, what? And then bam, end of episode.
And I wanted more.
Yeah.
But this fucking synopsis for the whole series basically told me what's going to happen after this episode.
Well, I also saw, like, a bit of a next time when I was doing the outline, and I was like, oh, shit. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
Yes, I'm pumped to watch more.
I mean, I'm assuming they're going to, like, I feel like by episode 3, you have to get into what the synopsis of the show
yes, please.
says the drama's going to be about, because that is the synopsis everywhere. Like, on Viki, like, I knew what the show is about because I read the whatever, descriptions. But we still haven't gotten to that part yet, so.
Very intrigued.
I know. So, I mean, we're kind of just, like, spewing all of our thoughts right now, but I feel like this is kind of, like, a different pace.
Yes, I was just going to say, this one feels a lot different than the others that we've seen.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot more action.
Yeah.
Even compared to, like, Descendants, where they're, like, actually in, like, sort of war zone.
I agree.
There's a lot more intense fighting and, like, slow motion things.
Yeah, this is more, like, Mission Impossible style stuff. Not... Because Descendants of the Sun, even though it's, like, set in Uruk.
Yes.
And they're in the army, it is more of a melodrama. Like, there's not a ton of actual fighting going on.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really even... I can think of, like, Shijin in the fight scene, like, while they're training, and, like, just a couple of scenes throughout the whole series, but we got, like...
This one has had so many in just 2 episodes alone.
Like, 6.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But, I mean, they're entertaining. Like,
yeah.
And I think it's kind of good. It's a good balance between, like, all of the, like, conspiracy and, like, how do these people know each other, mixed with, like, this kind of, like, fun action. Because a drama that I do want to watch with you, Stranger, I think it's called, or that's one of the English names. It kind of seems like it's a similar thing where, like, someone dies and people are investigating it, and it's like, how far does this go to the top? Like,
all the way to the top.
Exactly.
Like you always see on my favorite part.
All the way.
All the way to the top.
But, like, there's no, like, action-y fight sequences. Yeah. It's just, like, a bunch of middle-aged dudes in suits, and it was really hard for me to follow, like, who is who. So, yeah. But I'm like, I have somewhat high hopes, but I just had to, like, reset my brain for kind of, like, the cheesy action.
Dated.
Yeah. Because the other, like, in Healer, he was also, like, a big action dude. Like, he did a lot of fight scenes, and he did, like, parkour and stuff. Like, he did Healer before this drama.
Gotcha, okay.
And so, like, I knew he was good at that type of shit. But it wasn't, like, slow-mo, like, guitar, whatever, solo background music. And then in Suspicious Partner, he, like, gets into a couple of fight scenes, but he's, like, a lawyer, so I think he's just, like, kind of like Min-hyuk, like, I'm a lawyer who does, like, martial arts kind of thing.
In my spare time.
Yeah, like, I just happen to be really good at fighting. So, I mean, yeah. I just had to, like, reset my brain.
Yeah, totally.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm pumped to watch more.
Cool. Well,
Andrew and I, side note, have also been talking about how excited we are to potentially watch with you guys again on Sunday.
Okay.
And get some hot pop bim bim
bibimbap.
Can never say it.
Hot pop bibimbap.
Yeah, we've just been, like, repeating that over and over again.
Yeah, I know. Andrew, I think, has asked me twice at work.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, so we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, no, like, and I told him, I don't think Alex and I could afford to do that every weekend, but, like,
yeah,
definitely. Obviously, we're not going to get 3 entrees this time.
This is very true, yeah.
But, yeah. I also ate some of Kat's leftovers, which were really good, but I was like, fuck. Because I realized, like, because she got the rice cake and dumpling soup, and then I realized that the dumplings have chicken in them, and I was like, get those
toss those out.
Get those out. And then I was like, I wonder, I'm sure they use chicken broth or some, like, beef broth for, probably, like, the soup base. But it was still really, I felt bad. I don't think about that stuff, like, all the time.
Yeah.
But the rice cakes were very good. It was a good soup. And then I got the noodles. In case you guys wondering what I got at a Korean restaurant.
Last time we watched episode 1.
It was so good, though. But yeah, definitely. We should explore more Korean restaurants by my house.
Or, like, buy Korean stuff and make it before.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking of, because I follow this, I found this YouTube channel on YouTube. And there's, like, this, like, Korean lady who has, like, all of these recipes, and she makes videos.
Nice.
And I've seen a couple of the videos. I'm like, I could do that. And so I was thinking of doing, like, a braised spicy tofu and just rice, and we could get the vegan kimchi from the Korean market, and just, like, vegetables and braised tofu. Good. Yeah. Bean sprouts. Yeah.
I'm into that.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it later. Totally. But, yeah, do you have, like, usually if this is your first episode, hey. Hi. We usually do an I love you and a fashion, but I feel like there wasn't a lot of either of those. No. My I love you was the kitten moment. Okay.
My I love you moment, I'll say when the old man wakes up and he's, like, cleaning the bushes instead of, like, chopping them down.
That's nice.
Yeah. Because he, like, has a moment of, like, the fuck, but then he's just like, oh.
Yeah, and I think when he wakes up, he's like, oh god, I asked him to, like, tear the whole orchard down.
Yeah, he kind of says, like, good riddance or something. At first I thought he was going to wake up and be like, what are you doing? When did I say that? I thought he was just, like, drunk as fuck when he asked him that.
I think he was, but, like, I think he feels, like, conflicted. Like,
yeah. And then seeing him do that, it was really heartwarming.
It was really
And then
sweet.
when the wife saw as well.
Yeah, and I, like, again, I already said this, but I just love it when she puts, like, the piece of food.
Yeah. She just gives a little smile. Sweet.
She seems like a sweet lady. But again, the kitten moment, I was like...
Yeah, little baby. We all squealed.
I know, with like
one of us.
the big-ass piece of squid hanging out of its mouth. Like, the piece of squid was like literally as long as the kitten. So cute.
That was one happy kitten.
Yeah, it was very excited.
Fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing for me.
Okay.
Nothing stood out.
I was gonna say, like, what's her name? Eugene?
Uh-huh.
She has, like, very classy looks. I mean, clearly her skin is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't remember any of her looks, but I'm sure she always looks good, like, always polished.
Yeah.
It was just nothing that, like...
stood out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
we'll get that.
The fashion designers' looks were kind of nice. I was rewatching and I was, like, paying more attention, and I was like, that's a nice dress. But, yeah.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad. But, yeah, I'm sure we'll get more, again, because, like, Anna is, like, obviously very beautiful, but she's just been in, like, weird little nun nightgowns this whole time. Yeah. So I'm assuming maybe she'll wear some, like, cooler things once she gets out of the nightgowns.
Mm-hmm. Once she's able to actually live.
Yeah, exactly. So, do we have anything else? I have not been watching any other dramas.
Oh, wow.
I know. I've been, like, what have I been doing with my time? I don't know. I've been, like, getting our living room together. I've been, like, very preoccupied with all this, like, BTS bullshit that's happening. By bullshit, I mean, like, exciting stuff.
Yes,
not, like...
just a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, you know, I was telling Alex, like, they really know how to release an album. Mm-hmm. Like, all these K-pop people do. And I told them we could take some notes from that. Mm-hmm. Like, just, like, the amount of hype that they create is just shocking. I do want to start, I think this is the other thing, like, there are a ton of dramas I want to start, but I'm also like, I don't want to watch that because we could maybe do it for the podcast.
This is true.
And, like, so I kind of want to talk to you to see, like, which ones you would maybe want to do.
Cool, okay. Yeah, I'd love to do a newer one after this.
Okay.
Then swap back to an oldie.
Cool. So, yeah, I think I really want to do Hwarang with you. Because it's the historical one.
That's right.
Because it has Min.
Yes.
And then it has V from BTS. And it has Park Seo-joon.
Let's do that one.
Okay. That is going to be our next oldie.
Saying it now, y'all.
Our next oldie. And it's a historical. Cool. So we can do a...
Yeah. 2 for 1.
Exactly. But yeah, if you want to give us a heads up of some good, like, modern dramas that are on right now that you think we should do once we finish the K2 in a... whatever, like 7 weeks, let us know. And you can tweet us at OKDramaPod on Twitter, OKDrama Podcast on Instagram. Email us, okdramapodcast@gmail.com.
We like getting emails.
We do like getting emails. Fun. It warms our little hearts. And Facebook.
Yes.
OKDrama Podcast.
Yes. We're on all the things.
We are on all the things. You can chat with us there. Again, give us some recommendations. And you can catch up on our 2019 year in review. We didn't review dramas from 2019. We reviewed the dramas that we watched in 2019.
Yeah,
so
just
you can,
to clarify.
Yes. So you can, like, head over to our Instagram to see all of the winners and listen to the podcast and, like, let us know your thoughts on all of that. So, any other things?
I think that's all.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Well, we will talk to you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, drama.